The next small topic we are going to discuss is the dispersive power of a diffraction grating. Now, what is dispersive power? It is the change in the angle of diffraction per unit change in wavelength in the case of a diffraction grating. So here I have drawn a diffraction grating. So diffraction grating, we have already seen that diffraction grating is similar to n multiple slit arrangement. So here I have drawn one diffraction grating and here I have drawn another similar diffraction grating. Now in this first diffraction grating, I have made a particular wavelength of light to fall on this grating and a diffraction pattern is obtained on the screen in this particular manner. So I have here I have shown that a yellow light is made to fall on the diffraction grating and similarly a diffraction pattern is obtained. So we obtain a central maxima, then we obtain certain secondary principal maxima and minima, then at one point we obtain first principal maximum, and similarly this happens at other points on the screen. So now in this case we have already seen that the condition of maxima, principal maxima, is b plus d into sine theta is equal to n lambda. So this is the condition of principal maxima to be obtained in the case of a diffraction grating or n multiple slits. So as you can see that if you are talking about, for example, if you are talking about a first principal maxima, so this is the first principal maxima. So we are just considering the first principal maxima. So n will be equal to 1 in that case. So the lambda is fixed. Here I have drawn, here I have shown that yellow light is made to fall. So its lambda will be fixed. Its wavelength will be fixed. So b plus d is also fixed. So therefore this sine theta will be fixed, or you can say this angle of diffraction will be a particular value. So this angle of diffraction can be found out by putting the value of the maxima which we are considering, the order of the maxima. So here we are considering only the first principal maxima. So in that case n will be equal to 1. Lambda is fixed. This grating element, this is also fixed. So this will give us a fixed value of theta. But now what happens when we change the wavelength? When we change the wavelength of the light by a small amount. So now I have shown that orange light is made to fall on the diffraction grating and its wavelength is lambda plus d lambda. So in that case the diffraction pattern will be of similar form, but the principal maxima which are obtained, they will not be obtained at the same point in the case of lambda wavelength. So there will be a slight shift in the position of the principal maxima when wavelength of the light is changed by a small amount. So now we are changing the wavelength. So if you will change the wavelength and you are looking only at the first principal maxima, like in the previous case, we are talking n is equal to 1. So if you change the wavelength, this b plus d is fixed. So this theta angle will obviously change. So if you change the wavelength by a small amount, then for the same order principal maxima, the angle of diffraction will also change by a small amount. So here I have shown the case of a yellow light. Here I have shown the same case for the orange light. So the central maxima is obtained at the same point, but the case of principal maxima, the principal maxima, you can see that it is shifted by a small amount. And what is the shift? That is equal to d theta. So this small angle is equal to d theta. So for the case of yellow light, the principal maxima, first principal maxima, has an angle of diffraction is equal to theta. So this point I have drawn on the second diffraction pattern. So this is the point, corresponding point on the second diffraction pattern. So this will obviously make an angle of theta at the center of the slit, and the first principal maximum, it will be shifted by a small angle of diffraction, and that will be equal to d theta. So the total angle of diffraction, the angle of diffraction for this principal maximum, that will be equal to theta plus d theta. So for the case of wavelength lambda, the angle of diffraction of the first principal maxima was just equal to theta, but as you have changed the wavelength by a small amount, the diffraction pattern also gets shifted, the principal maxima gets shifted. So the angle of diffraction of this first principal maxima will be equal to theta plus d theta. So now the dispersive power of a diffraction grating is defined as the change in the angle of diffraction per unit change in wavelength. So if you change the wavelength, you can see that the angle of diffraction is also changing. Here the angle of diffraction was theta, here the angle of diffraction is theta plus d theta. Here the wavelength was lambda and here the wavelength is lambda plus d lambda. So the change in the angle of diffraction per unit change in wavelength is defined as the dispersive power of a diffraction grating. And dispersive power of a diffraction grating is denoted by omega, and that will be nothing but equal to d theta, the change in angle of diffraction per unit change in wavelength. So the angle of diffraction has changed by d theta amount and corresponding to the change in wavelength. So corresponding change in wavelength was d lambda. So it is the change in angle of diffraction per unit change in wavelength. Now this fraction can be obtained. The expression of this fraction can be obtained from this formula. So the principal maximum, this is the condition of nth principal maximum, but now we have to find out d theta by d lambda. So what we will do is we will just do its differentiation. So b plus d is constant, but now what is changing? We are changing the wavelength and we are seeing the corresponding change in angle of diffraction. So as you will change wavelength lambda, the theta will also change. So on differentiating, what you will get, b plus d is constant and n will be constant, because here, for example, in this diagram we are looking at the first principal maxima only. So we are looking at first principal maximum, n will be 1. So n is also fixed. So we are seeing the change in angle of diffraction corresponding to change in wavelength. So now we will do its differentiation. So b plus d is constant, it will be b plus d as it is into cos of theta, differentiation of sin theta is cos theta into d theta. That will be equal to n as it is into d lambda. So you can easily find out what is d theta by d lambda from here. So d theta divided by d lambda from here, that will be equal to n divided by b plus d into cos of theta. So this is the expression of dispersive power of a diffraction grating, and this is equal to omega. So this is the dispersive power of diffraction grating. So the dispersive power of diffraction grating is directly proportional to the order of the principal maximum that you are observing. It is inversely proportional to the diffraction grating to the grating element. This b plus d is called as the grating element. So the dispersive power is inversely proportional to the grating element, and it is inversely proportional to cosine of angle of diffraction. So this is the expression of dispersive power of diffraction grating. So this is it for today's lecture, and in the next lecture we will start with the resolving power of optical instruments. We will see its definition and how to find out the resolving power for the case of various optical instruments, for example telescope, microscope, prism, and also the diffraction grating. So that we will see in the next lecture.